Our next speaker is Alexander Sheremet with a speech entitled The Honeypot. The Honeypot, Alexander Sheremet.
Well, it was golden fall when we visited Husum, Germany, with my friends Max and Andy. It's a nice European town, calm and pleasant in general, and charming in every smallest detail. Hitchhiker's luck brought us there. We had no plan and no guide, so we just walked down all streets, looking around and fascinated by the views. Well, there was a magic plate, like a magnet. It was already fourth or third time that we passed the same street. Yeah. The buildings around were bright colored, mostly 4 stories high, and among them there was one that was gray. It was smaller and older than others, and it was the only one that looked uninhabited. I don't know exactly whether any one of us exclaimed that we needed to go there inside. Probably it was our common whim, so we went there in silence. The door was opened. There was nobody to stop us, so we entered the hall. It didn't look like somebody's uninhabited habitation anymore because of umbrellas standing in the corner with umbrellas, hanging clothes in the wardrobe, sounds of music, of conversing people, some smells. So it looked like a house inhabited by people. The open rooms were empty. Behind the closed doors we heard some conversing people, but we didn't insist much on opening the doors. We just walked down the corridor and looked around at the picturesque pictures, views out of the windows and interiors. And after we turned the corner, there was ladder, and we climbed upwards, looking out of the windows. The view was more and more fascinating. We could see the roofs, the church over there, the river, the skyline, everything. And suddenly we realized it was much higher than the 3rd floor already. And even worse, we were not standing on the stairs anymore, we were hanging in the mid-air. And the narrow stairs by the wall were turned upside down. So when we tried to step on them, we needed to go down head. And despite closed eyelids, we still felt like we were hanging up, or legs up. So, well, to make us comfortable, there were tourist huts over there, like David Hart Lucy, usual XY, Russian XY something, some strange, the weirdest revenge an architect can get in society. So the tourists were there, so we were not the first strangers. And it made us sure that it was quite safe. Fortunately, the loft didn't appear so far, so we decided to go there by over air. There we met the first inhabitants. An old man and a woman of about 50, both looking hospitable and happy to see us. They were nice, they had nice accent, and they were very pleasant to talk with. They knew so much about the city, about the families who lived there, about this exact house. It was initially built over 300 years ago, and last modifications were made by retired genius Alfred Hartmann, who made so many unique inventions there and installed state-of-the-art mechanisms. Well, while telling another story, he handed a 2-folded piece of paper to us, saying, "It's our kind of guest lists. Tourists are rare here, but still, Max signed there at once, and I was hanging over the stairwell like this, supporting my head with my left hand. I took a paper from him and read from the top. These people visited my house and liked it so much they wanted to stay here forever. I took a pen to put my name in the end of the list, and suddenly I felt that I don't need to support my head anymore. It was like gravity was disappearing. I put a pencil aside, and the drug disappeared so abruptly, so I almost fell down through the stairwell. Well, strange, but suddenly I remembered this weird writings about revenge, conversing voices behind closed doors, and I suspected this old man. Okay, guys, time to go. Say goodbye. Okay, I'm scared, let's go down. And we started down as fast as we could. I don't remember how we escaped the house. Alex, what was it? Asked Andy. I don't know. Max, there is something wrong with this list. Max wasn't among us. And the door was closed. And according to the newspapers sold on the street, a week has passed from the day we entered the house. Well, I remember this hairy adventure. It was 9 years ago. I remembered it yesterday when I read a traveler's blog in the internet. The article was about some mad architect who's so angry about hooligan thuggers that he built a trap for them. Everyone who made a picture there in his house or left a written word would stay there forever. Following some intuitive move, I left a comment. Max doesn't want to stay there anymore. He wants to go home. Again and again, I feel ashamed for leaving him there. If he ever found a way out, I want him to let us know.